having issues with the goats and trying to keep him in, trying to keep him safe and everything else, and trying to get everything fitted on him so he wouldn't be getting out and getting to the point where he could get hit by a car or, or run off and eat our neighbor's flowers or something like that. Because, goats will do that kind of a thing. They'll eat them up and they'll make everybody in your neighborhood mad at you. I was sitting there, and my mind kept going back as I kept going back out and checking on him and watching him and checking everything I had to do. But over in the book of St. Matthew, chapter number 11, there in the 28th verse, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." He didn't say, "Come to me, all ye that rest, and I'll give you rest." He said, "All ye that labor and are heavy laden." He said, "Come to me and I'll give you rest." You've got to understand that, amen, as a shepherd and sheep and everything else, that we have a job to do. We got to follow the shepherd. Amen, and do what he asks us to do. And it says there, "Labor and heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light." I began to look at different types of yokes and different things yesterday, and I began to look at some pictures on the internet, different types. But he says, "Learn of me." Amen. "Take my yoke upon you," meaning what? Does that mean that he's just throwing it on you by yourself? No, there are plenty different types of yokes. We're going to talk about two of them this morning. But he says, "Learn of me." What he's trying to get you to understand is that there is a yoke that he has that he's carrying. And it's got a spot open right next to it. And what's he saying? He says, "Come and get in this yoke that I'm in." He said, "I'll teach you the pathway to go. Just follow my lead. If I go to the left, you just go to the left with me. The yoke will show you which way we need to go." A lot of us are scared of having the yoke upon us. But he said, "Put my yoke upon you, for my load is easy, my labors are few. I'm able to carry the load." I want you to know today, church, amen, that the yoke that he has for you is made specifically just for you. It's not made for nobody else. The walk that you have with him is the different walk that I will have with him. Right. The yokes we have are made just for us. Do you think that you go through a trouble and trial just because he ain't got nothing else to do? No. He's making it just for you. He said, "You take this yoke upon you that I'm carrying. I will walk with you. I will show you the way to go. I'll show you how much we can pull together. I'll tell you when times get rough, when you feel like you can't go home, I'll look at you and tell you, buck up, buckaroo. You can do this." Right. The yokes are fitted, and it's got the ones that got the reins to lead back and forth of where they need to go. The man that take a hold of the gospel plow and look back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because he ain't got his yoke going in the right direction. Right. He's looking back. Amen. A lot of times we can't do the will of Christ, and we don't see Christ manifest himself in lives no more. Why? Because we fight against him. As he's wanting to go this direction, we're trying to pull back to where we once was. When he's saying, "No, I brought you from that, and I'm trying to take you somewhere else." Right, yeah. We get wrapped up back in what's back here. When he says, "What I got for you is up there."
Greater for you.
Oh. Right. Let me get to the other yoke. The personal, just you yoke. I got a goat. One time, long time ago, I had another one. It got out and had a yoke on its neck. Oh, I know that's sad. Had a yoke on its neck, and people said, "Hey, stop by and say, hey, there's a goat out here. It's got something stuck on his head." I said, "I know. I put it there. It's a yoke." It's not a one made out of wood because wood would do him no good. Because he's in an electric fence. What I have put on him was a metal yoke. Aluminum sides. Wood centers. Why? So that when he got up against the fence, you would know that fence has power on it. And when it hits him, you hear it. And you hear him. Wow. All that crazy stuff. I go out and I feed him. Give him his milk. Give him his, all that stuff. Make sure, keep an eye on him. Make sure to see if he's eating. He starts eating grass. Oh, that's my boy. He's getting stronger. Make sure he's drinking water. He's drinking water, good. No more bottles. All of a sudden, the yoke was gone. And he was outside the fence. So I went back there looking for that yoke. Couldn't find it. I was going to use it again, but truthfully and honestly, I realized that I couldn't use it again. Because he done grew some and got strong. And when he gets strong, he thinks he breaks that yoke off and he's ready. He can take care of himself. Until he got back outside the fence. So what did I do? I put a heavier yoke on him. So it would keep him inside the fence. See, the yoke that God puts on us is there to keep us safe at times. To keep us on the right side of the fence. To keep us where we need to be. Right. The yoke, we might not like it first starting off, but as you wear that yoke, you'll start to grow stronger day by day. And before too long, that yoke that you once had on will break off because you're stronger than what you once was.
Hey, that's right. You can face that outside.
Oh, he got out again without the yoke. We thought we had him in there good. He stayed in there for days. Then all of a sudden he was out. So I said, yes, I guess I'm going to have to. So I beefed it up. The little one, like I said, was just a little piece of metal aluminum edges and everything, a little piece of wood here and there. Now this one, aluminum, about that big around. It ain't circle, but it's about that big around altogether. On both sides, hanging down. Big blocks in the center of it to keep him. Make sure I said I'll just slide this on him. That way I don't have to do screws and all that. I can just make it the right size and just slip it on. I did. And then you know what I heard? The goat hollering about an hour or two later. I went out there and found him off the side of the cliff rock right down behind him. And he had one leg through the yoke.
It.
With its head. You know what I had to do? I had to adjust the yoke for him. So we can sit there all day and we can speculate why we got yokes. Why do we go through all these things? You want me to tell you why? Because he wants to make you strong. He's going to give you a little bit more each time. See, the thing is that goat got his leg right through there. So what did I do? I went, I took the yoke, I took it back, I fixed it and brought it back, slid it on his head, ain't had a problem since with it. Guess what? Sometimes we think that we can slip these yokes off because we ain't got nothing else to do. We don't need them. We ain't worried about them. And before too long, after we're trying to slip them off, we get stuck in it. And then what does Jesus do? He comes and adjusts it to get you exactly where you need to be. But I did. I got it on him. He's mad. He's a crazy goat. I go out there and all of a sudden he'll run up to you and he'll flop his head out against your leg and he'll just sit there like, I don't know what. I told Diane, I said, I think he's got some kind of problem. I don't know. But after you pet him for a minute, he'll quit. He'll just get up, just walk off, walk away, talk. Still got the yoke on him. But he ain't come up to me since I put that yoke back on him. Last night after I put it back on there, I went back there 2 or 3 times, checked on him. No, he just wasn't happy. But I was doing my job to keep him safe. Don't worry about that. He'll be back. The devil's just fine. The thing is, look here. The thing is that the yoke that he has put on him, I had to make it just for him.
Right.
And the yoke we carry, Jesus makes that yoke just for us. But let me tell you some good gospel news. See, the goat can knock the yoke off, and I'll put it back on. He can break it, and I'll make it heavier, and I'll put it back on. He'll get stronger, he'll get bigger, and he'll get more understanding. He'll get to the point where he won't try to go out the fence line no more. And then, Brother Larry, you know what happens? I'll go back there one day. I'll look at him and I'll take out that drill or that screwdriver. And I'll take that yoke off of him and I'll say, that's enough. You don't have to carry that burden no more. You don't have to carry that trials. You don't have to carry this yoke. No longer are you going to have to worry about that. One of these days, amen, when he comes back, that yoke is going to be destroyed. Never brought up against us anymore. Never for us to carry anymore. Why? Because when he sets us free, we will be truly free indeed. The Bible tells us that one day he will destroy that yoke. The yoke he gives us is the yoke to keep us in line, to keep us where he needs us to be, to keep us safe. A lot of times we won't listen. And this is a sad thing. I ain't had it happen over at the house, but I have heard and from other people that had goats that sometimes you got to keep an eye on so they get that yoke, they can get caught up in the wire of the fence. And it'll just be sitting there shocking over and over again. And they'll fight and they'll pull. The yoke is there to keep you safe. But I'll tell you this, if you try to escape with the yoke on, if you try to escape and get outside of where Jesus wants you to be, Brother Larry, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be pulled back. It's going to be hurting. It's going to be popping until you get back where you need to be. This morning, I know at times we feel like we can't go on. Sometimes we feel, Jimmy, that we look around and we say, what's the need in it? What's the use in it? Thank God for the yoke that you've got. Because, oh Lord. Because the yoke you have is made just for you. To keep you where God needs you to be. To teach us, to guide us. To keep us out of trouble, to keep us away from sin, to keep us away from transgressions and keep us away from temptations. We get mad and get upset because of the yoke. But the yoke is what's going to keep you safe till you get there. Because when that yoke is finally taken off, Jimmy, I'll be on the other side. I'll be there. This morning, I know it's a short message this morning.